Hey. Hi, and welcome back to a new episode of the Gandhi's Book Club in the Book Club. Yeah. And today, guys, one extremely special episode because today, guys, one episode 268. 268 episode, guys. 268, which is blowing my mind, just blowing my mind. There's so many episodes. And yeah, I'm really happy to do it. So guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're not the family of the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach and I'm the host. And on this podcast, guys, on this podcast, guys, I will share with you my own journey, become an English master in English speaking and reading, and a master in communicating for the camera. I'm doing so because I truly believe that English is the number one tool that one of us must go in order to be successful in life. And the second tool that is going to help us that is to know how to communicate well for the camera. And if you take those two skills and you combine them together, you can create great content to the internet and can influence billions of people around the world. And I open by sharing with you guys my own journey, how I overcome my success, my failures, my obstacles, the things that I learned through the process of becoming an English master. I will inspire other people around the world to speak to also work on the English, and I show you that yeah, maybe to speak in English is might be threatening in the beginning, and we don't feel so much confident, and we don't happy with the waves that we are looking. We might not be happy with the waves that we are looking on the camera, but you just need to keep through it, keep pushing through it, and to get better 1% per episode, just about 1% per day, 1% per time, atomic habits, and we get improved. Because I truly believe that, guys, that your messages, you, the lady and gentlemen that are watching the podcast, you have a unique story to tell, you have a unique message to send me fast, and it's really important for me that you will share it with the world. So I'm doing my best to encourage you to do it. Just do it, guys. And I hope that this podcast will inspire you to do it. And today, guys, you see, we get this Armageddon background, and to tell you the truth, guys, I start to really like to duplicate all the pictures that we see. It's create a great background, I saw. In my opinion, it's some really nice effect. I really like it. We should do it more often. Yeah. And I already explained in a previous episode that I do it because if I put my head over here, and this is the picture, I cover the whole picture, and so you miss the picture. And now you can see the picture from all the sides. Guys, if you want to check out this great background, you can find it on 3, 2, 1 cup. Bam, you can find it on Good Fun. And this great background upload to Good Fun by none other than Maxima on 15 of June 2015. And you see, guys, I already said it, and continue to say it, you just put a piece of content on the internet, and you never know who's going to watch it, how long after you put it. It's more than 6.5 years that content is out there. And you see, you just now use it. So just make your content on the internet, make it public. And of course, we like the background because we love it. And if you want to download the picture, you just need to choose the resolution over here. Press download. Right click on the picture, go to שמירת תמונות בשם מיני or save picture as in English. And type down in comment below you want it in all language, and all of us we need to guess from where you are around the world. It's going to be a really nice game. Press on it. Choose and want to save it on your computer, press save it, and come just like that you will get this great background on your computer. So thank you very much for the artist to make this great background, and thank you very much for Maxima for sharing this great background with us. And this is the other picture because I'll be curious in the future to see it. Damn! I love this kind of epic pictures. It's Kraken? What do you see? Oh, Shem K, Kraken, you see? Really great pictures. And today, guys, we'll continue next 5 moves by Patrick David, Masters the Art of Business Strategy. And I really enjoyed this book, guys. I really enjoyed the art. It's a different kind of book from Atomic Habits, which, as you know, I really enjoy. And I also really enjoyed this great book. So I really enjoyed to make the podcast about it. And guys, if you want to check out this great account, or if you want to check out Patrick David's social media account or the book, and you know, by the way, it's highly recommend to check Patrick David's social media account because he showed with us so much knowledge, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable the amount of knowledge that Patrick David, Mr. Patrick David showed with us. And it's for free, guys. It's for free. And you can actually learn everything that he said. It can be instead of going to our business school. I truly believe that if you learn a Valuetainment degree, you get a PhD from Valuetainment, you don't need to go to our business school. You just can make billions of dollars just from, if it's your purpose to make a business, to open a business, just from learning the tips that you get from Patrick David. And you know, my own journey, my goal is to become the greatest of all time, the greatest motivational content creator of all time, and I will achieve it. Get rich or die trying. Get famous or die trying. Be the goat of motivation content creator or die trying. And this is what we are going to do. So check them out. Of course, it's highly recommend to check them out. And guys, if any one of you have any suggestion for me, I can put myself on the podcast. Or if any one of you want to come to the podcast, be a guest of the podcast, share with me the board, inspire the board, recommend them some books, or just have a great time with me because I'm really nice guys. I'm a really nice guy. Please let me know in the comment below so we can learn it and I can improve thanks to you. And feel free to share your message with the board if you heard something that you like from the time said or for the book, maybe a nice quote, or maybe you have your own life lessons that you want to share with us and to enrich our life. Feel free to do it in the comment below so we can all get improved thanks to you and be more happy thanks to you guys. So thank you very much. And one thing before we start the podcast, before we jump to the book, if you enjoyed the video, guys, please consider to subscribe to the channel. Push the notification bell so you can get the notification with extremely exciting episodes coming to YouTube, and you know it's going to be 5 extremely exciting episodes per week. Share it with your friend and push the notification bell, share with a friend, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, for thing. And you know, guys, it's really small impact, it's really small investment for you. Just click, and it's going to help me a lot. So if you enjoy the episode and if you enjoy the journey and if you enjoy and if you learn something new for the channel, and if the channel enrich your life, please consider to do it. It's really mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. And guys, without any more introduction, let's just dive right into the book. And guys, I really have to tell you that I really feel, and I think that my English, my pronunciation may become much better. As I tell you, when I started the podcast, I used to speak only with this side of my mouth, the right side of my mouth, like speak like this, and speak in a small sentence and everything like this. But now, when I'm speaking with all mouth, and I worked on that, but it's come just natural. I don't know how, but I'm really happy about it, and I really feel that I'm using the left side of my mouth, and the muscles work there, and I'm really happy about it. So let's just want to mention it in the future, AK. You're the man. The AK Nation, you are the man and woman. You are my. Thank you, guys. Just thank you. So, your next 5 moves by Patrick David, Masters the Art of Business Strategy, page 80 to 84. Read, the meat, the legend, the one and one is the man and only, the man himself. Give me some John, please. Oh boy, AK, yeah. What's up, that's me. So let's go. Title: Processing when processing when your business is on the line. The most crucial issue I faced appeared just when I thought I had realized my dream. I was only 13, and I had finally made the leap to starting my own agency. Within 5 weeks of my founding the company, Ageon, a $400 billion industry giant, filed a lawsuit against me. It had one simple goal: to quit me out of business before I even began. Agon's leader and drivers didn't care about how hard I had worked to save the money to launch my business. They didn't care that I had just gotten married. They certainly didn't care that I had convinced 66 loyal agents to give up their career, to give up their careers with established companies to join this crazy dreamer on a mission. For Agon, suing me was just a business, and it was also just business years later when the CEO who had sued me ended up joining my advisory board. I didn't take it personally, even though my entire life savings was on the line. That lawsuit was the biggest test I never faced. Instead of doing what most entrepreneurs do when things go sideways, blame, complain, rage, and spin in circles because of all the doubt, I decided I would no longer wrestle with the things I couldn't control. What I needed to do was become clear on what I could about what I needed to do was become clear. What I needed to do was become clear on what I could and could not control. I made two lists as follows. Title: What I can control. Plotting my next moves. My daily effort. My choice of attorney and other resources. Keeping our sales force and our leaders focused on slaying the next dragon. Title: What I can't do, what I can't control. Why are you going to choose to sue me? Whether the lawsuit will put us out of business. Whether other insurance carriers will drop our contract. And like the Seven says, 7 effective, 5 effective people is a circle of influence and a circle of concern. Yeah, remember it. What you can influence and what you can just be concerned about it. Rather than panicking or overreacting, I crafted a strategy for how to weather the storm and achieve my long-term goals. I choose to settle. I cut a huge check and moved on. Even though the expense crippled us, because I had thought about my next 5 moves, we were able to stay in business. The important thing wasn't getting a revenge on Agon or winning a lawsuit. I made a decision that freed us to focus on growing our licensed sales force and maintaining our momentum. A funny thing happened after I cut that big check. I was finally able to sleep again. It's not often that you gain peace of mind after suffering such a big loss. But because I had processed the issue truly, THOROUGHLY, and thought about my next moves, I was able to put the ordeal behind me. Confident in the fact that I had fully analyzed the situation and come to the right decision. In the past, I might have a loud ego, emotion, and fear to get the best of me and fought the lawsuit, even if it meant using the company and bankrupting my family. That sure would have felt good for about 3 minutes. Instead, I processed the issue by going step by step through my methodology, as you can see in the chart that follows. Let's share it. Solve for X worksheet. Issue a Hegel pending lawsuit. Investigate. Urgency 10. Solve. Who's needed? Attorney, bankers, classes management team. Implement. Whose buy-in is needed? Sales leaders. One insurance carrier willing to be patient. Total impact, potential gain. Potential loss, entire saving. Loss of solution, 1, settle. 2, counter sue. 3, win the case. Assign responsibilities. Attorney to settle case as soon as possible. Real cause of issues. Egon eliminating a competitor. Potential negative consequences. Insurance carriers terminating contracts with us. Company going out of business. New protocols. Hiring compliance officer to prevent potential future lawsuit. Hire 2 new law firms. 1 expert in insurance, 2 experts in sales organization laws. Title: Identifying the greatest issue and the deepest why. Start with why. The best entrepreneurs look past the symptoms and get to the heart of a problem. To do so, let's zone in on a critical part of this methodology. Identifying the real issue and the deepest why. So you can get even better at solving for X. X isn't always obvious. In fact, the real issue might be hiding behind a lot of emotion and biased opinions. That is why you have got to cut through the clutter in your mind. What is real and what isn't? Are you focusing on something because it's someone else's opinion or your opinion, or your own false assumption? Are you blowing up something beyond what it is because your ego is out? Are you separating emotion from logic? Once you have eliminated the non-issue issues, focus on causes. You are looking to identify boring platforms and golden gates. Boring platforms, add problems, definition. Boring platforms, add problems that you have to deal with immediately. Golden gates, definition. Golden gates, bright opportunities that you need to enter quickly. Boring platforms and golden gates. Once you have identified the real issues, start asking why. Keep doing so until you reach a point where you can't ask why anymore, or when you are forced to repeat an explanation you have already discovered. That is your deepest why and the real cause of your problem. For example, The last are top customer. Why? A competing product, competing product costs less. Why? Because it has fewer features. Why? Because most customers don't need all of the features in our product. Now you have identified one of the main reasons why you didn't hit your numbers. Because your product doesn't fit your customers' need. Solving the problem then becomes relatively easy. You need to offer a less expensive version of the product that has fewer features. Use this iterative questioning approach for any issue. Let's say your top salesperson has left the company. As you ask why, you discover that the salesperson left because your compensation plan had been designed for mediocre salespeople instead of stars, and had been designed that way because your sales director and your CEO hadn't been communicating properly. The first solution is to revisit your compensation plan with the next 10 days. The second solution is to have the sales director and the CEO and the CFO check in with each other. With your CFO and the communicator. And the CFO check in with each other quarterly to make sure that each is aware of what the other needs. If your new product shipment was delayed, most people are going to be looking for someone to blame. Remember though, that great processors look for causes, because causes lead to solutions. By asking why, you find that the delay happened because your best engineer quit when her manager told her she couldn't work from home 1 day a week for no good reason. The solution: implement a more flexible work arrangement that will lead to improved employee retention. Title: Five questions to ask to identify the real issue. 1. Do you know what the real issue is? Or am I looking at a symptom? Do I know what the real issue is? Or am I looking at the symptom? 2. Does the team have the data regarding the real issue? 3. Is the issue real, or it is an assumption or someone else's opinion? 4. Is there a tangible issue, or is it simply a yacht ego? And 5. Am I thinking emotionally or logically? Title: Going pro at playing offense and defense. As an entrepreneur, you feel as though you are going to have to face a million different types of decisions, right? Actually, only 2 kinds of events will require you to make decisions. 1, offense, the opportunity to make money or advance your business or career. The choice here often revolve around growth, expansion, marketing, and sales. 2, defense, the opportunity to solve a problem, to stop losing money, or to stop moving backward in some way. The choices here frequently involve the legal matters such as compliance and protection against competitors or market corrections. So again, because I wasn't so focused. Defense is the opportunity to solve a problem, to stop losing money, or to stop moving backward in some way. The choices here frequently involve legal matters such as compliance and protecting against competitors or market corrections. One is the problem or opportunity you are facing can be categorized as offense or defense. It immediately becomes less intimidating. You have labeled it, and whether it's offense or defense, you have dealt with both types of issues in the past. Decision making then goes from something scary and unfamiliar to something manageable. Playing offense involves looking for opportunities to make money or advance growth, expansion, marketing and sales. Playing defense involves solving a problem, preventing the loss of money, or going backward. Issues such as compliance, legal, and financial edging fall. Issues such as compliance, legal, and financial edging fall into the defense category. And guys what? This is the end of the episode. You guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time with me. And to tell you guys, tomorrow we are going to start with the title doing the math. Doing the math is more than the science. And tomorrow, guys, we're going to finish move 2, which is master the art of reasoning. And we're going to, and then on Friday, and on Thursday, we're going to start move 3. Master building the right team. So I really look forward for the next episodes. That's going to be so savage episode. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time for me. I really hope to see you. I know that I'm going to see you and your own friend, family, and everyone that we know. Tomorrow is the greatest episode of the new episode. Extremely exciting episode of the greatest book club in the world, like a book club. Until then, take care of yourself. Have a great time and bye. Today it's Wednesday. Today it's Wednesday, 22 on December 2021, and time now is 23:48. And I managed to record the episode just in time. And because we have a birthday party of some friend, Lior Mizrahi, we have a birthday party, and I go to the birthday party. And now I'm on to the episode, but you see, guys, no matter what hour, 5 episodes per week, 1 episode at least. We want to shoot at least 1 episode per day, and we managed to do it. אז יום רביעי, 22 בדצמבר 2021, עכשיו היא 11:49. עכשיו היה מסיבת יום הולדת לליאור, היה ממש נחמד, ישבנו בביגה, אכלתי רביון, מה זה היה? ניוקי ארמונים, דווקא נעים, אבל המנות האחרות היו אדמות הרבה יותר טוב, יותר מזביעות. אבל זה 62 שקל, נהניתי, אחרי זה שילמנו על ליאור, שילמתי לה על המנה שלי, הזמין איזה משהו, שילמתי לה למנה ראשונה. להזמין אותה שיהיה מכובד, אנחנו מקבלים את שלה, אז ברור שמזמינים אותה. לא יודע מה, עם אחרים אחרי זה שימו לשם, אבל תבדו ששילמתי, אמרתי, מה, ברור שמזמינים? כמו עם המורה הזה בשלם, הסיפור שאבא שלי הספר על שלם, ואז למדתי, שהזמינו את זה מורה לבדת שלו, אמרו לו בסוף הוא מזמין, וזה, כי הוא חושב שמזמינים אותו, בסוף אמרו לו שלם, לא יודע, הבושות האלה. ואחרי אנחנו פגשים כל המשפחה, דיברתי עם נתנאל, בסוף הייתי צריך לנסוע, אחרי אנחנו פגשים כל המשפחה במסעדה במודיעין, ודיברתי עם בנימין מהכיתה, הוא היה צריך להסיע אותי, ביטלו לשום, זה יצא מוקדם, אמרתי לו, זה לא מסתדר לי, ודיברתי עם נתנאל, אמרתי לו, שמע, אני לא עושה איתך, כי אני נסע עם מישהו למודיעין, ואז הוא אומר, טוב, אז סבבה, אז הוא מצא מישהו אחר שיסע איתו בטרמפ, ואז אמרתי לו, שמע, אני בסוף חוזר איתך, ואני נראה אם מישהו יבטא, כי אני מלא, ואז מישהו ביטל לו, אז מחר אני חוזר איתו, והוא שאלתי אותו, הוא עובד רק מודיעין, הוא אמר, כי אני אמור מודיעין, אז מחר נתנו במודיעין, וזה יצא לי הכי טוב. להגיד בדיוק בזמן, נגיע אפילו קצת יותר מוקדם, ויאללה. מחר בהצלחה, נתראה מחר במסעדה, אנחנו לקרוא את השחר מחשב חדש, אנחנו במסעדה. כששבת שלנו את האגודה, אז זה אומר שמחר שאני חוזר לבית. חייב לראות את הקרב של ג'ק פול, וואי, זה כל כך הרבה זמן לעשות, כי צריך להגיד גם פרק. נראה נספיק מחר בבוקר, או לפני שאני חוזר נתנאל, אם כנראה ביטלו גם את ה... יש ביטלו גם את ה... זה. יש ביטלו לנו מחר סטטיסטיקה, אז ביטלו לנו גם את התגבור, אז נראה נספיק להקליט את הפרק. לפני זה, אני רוצה מחר את הקרב. זה כל שאני אוכל לעשות כבר לפייסבוק. אם לא יהיה לי זמן, אני יכול פתאום לראות את התוצאות, זה כבר שבועיים, זה כבר מדי זמן. אז זה על המחר בהצלחה ולהתראות.